Hi there, this is Danielle from Island Girl Creative Studio. I'm going to be putting together the October insert for the snow globe, which this is the little snow globe that we have with the removable inserts so that you can do for every holiday. This is our October one. I did start painting it in a previous video and then my husband called and I had to answer the phone, so I had to stop to do that. But anyway, I'm going to get back to painting it and talking about what we do here. So these are art kits that you can order online. And then what you do is you get all of the supplies. If you have your own supplies, you only need the art kit. I can give you just the wood cutout pieces, which I do make here at the Creative Studio. If you need the glue, or I'm sorry, the paints, because I usually send the glue anyway, no matter what. But if you need the paints, then you just add a little tabby that says add paints. Because some people have their own paints. I mean, you guys are crafty. I know that. You're doing it at home, and that's fine too. I don't want to make you pay for something that you don't use, which in the old days, a couple of years ago, everybody just had to get and pay for the paints because I didn't think about it. But now I thought about it and realized that if I don't have to pour the paints and send them to you, that saves me time and money too. And so then I can save you time and money. So that being said, I always do the background first. That way, oops, I flipped around. That way it's drying while we're working on the next pieces. And you always kind of want to work your way forward, and then that way you can glue everything together. So this is the first step to the background piece. The only thing I want to say is when you're using this makeup sponge to apply the paints, you're going to graze over anything that's engraved or that is scored. That is very important so that you can see where it goes later. So I'm just dragging the paint over the top. If I push on it, it will go into those spaces, and we don't want that to happen because we are trying to keep like that. The engraved part is going to stay there. We're not actually going to put anything on top of that. But the scored one is where we're going to put all of our letters that we have pre-made here. And you'll see in just a moment just how easy it is to put this together. So this is good. Again, so the U pick is scored, but the little dash is engraved. So we don't want to push the paint into that. We want to graze over the top of it. Okay, so that's basically it. That's the background. You can see it took very little paint to do that. And we have all the letters. So I'm going to work on, and you're always going to get paint all over your hands, but it is acrylic. It will come off very easily. Maybe I'll keep these in frame for you, so you can just see the pieces as we go. Okay, so I have a camera looking at me so you can see what I'm talking about, and then I have a camera looking at what I'm doing, and it's mirroring it. No, it's exact as it is. So it's hard for me to look at my hands. No matter how I do it, it's always like, what's happening? So just bear with me as I freak out. Yeah. No, I'm fine. And also the lighting in here is terrible for, I think, my face. Like there's this big shiny mark, but whatever, who cares? Okay, so then next up is the pumpkins. And again, I have mentioned this. So if you've looked at my other videos, you're just going to hear the same thing over and over again because some people will only see certain videos and some people will see all videos, right? Depends on your level of crazy. So I'm going to paint the entire pumpkin. I'm also going to paint the side pumpkins. Why is that? Well, because if you don't glue it completely on top exactly, you will see the background, and so I'd rather it be orange than be the wood color, because then it will look more pumpkin-y. So oh, did I just paint that on? Oh gosh, maybe I should move this forward. Okay, so that way even if I hold it close, I gotta lean forward a little bit. All right, so pumpkin is painted. There's two of these little pumpkins right here. These are the 3D pieces that sit on top. So again, we are just dragging the color over the top. Can you see? There's shadows and stuff. So that way we're getting that color on the pumpkins, but we're not actually pushing it. If you push, it goes into those score lines. And then we lose the score lines, which is these cute little details. You don't want to lose that. This is also a good, if you have Posca pens or little acrylic pens, this is a good time to do that too. You can actually get some really good detail, and you can do some shading and such with it too. So like, you could mix, let's just say, a little bit of this dark brown color. And I'm going to do something and try not to screw it up while I'm showing you. But if I just lightly graze the sides of it, it's going to give the illusion that the pumpkin has depth, right? Because it gets lighter as it comes closer to you. So darker to the back and lighter to the front. And I'm just using sponges and the paint. Like, I'm not doing anything super fancy. You can get fancy. If you had the Posca pens, you could totally make, actually I have a white one that I'm going to use to put little dots and stuff on because it looks cool. So, and then also on the flip side, you could add, I'm going to add a little bit to this pumpkin too for dimension, but you could add some highlights to make it just a little bit lighter in the center. So I'm going to grab some of that and I'm going to try really hard to make this look nice. Oops, a little too light. So that, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. So I take another sponge brush and I'm just going to wipe. Oh, sorry. Makeup sponge. Sponge brush is always on my mind. And I'm just going to wipe off that excess paint because it comes right off. And I'll just do the same with this one. So I wipe it in the middle and then wipe off that excess paint. It still leaves behind a really nice lighter shade. We'll do the center of this pumpkin too. That way they'll all look very similar. Very cute. Okay. So as you notice, there's specific places where these pumpkins sit. So, and I just did them backwards. So when they sit, they actually sit perfectly on top of the cutout shape, which is what you want to do. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can actually do, if you wanted to do like a 3-color pumpkin. I mean, I like classic orange pumpkins, but you could do a green one and or a beige one and a orange one just to kind of mix it up a little bit if you wanted to, which is super cute. Let me get my green little leaves in here. I'm just going super classic. I've said it before, but I really like classic Halloween. Classic Halloween is just my thing. I did see this, they came out with pastel color Halloween stuff and it was so cute. I'm still like looking at it and thinking about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it's just not, it's not my thing. So I'm not going to do it, but I do admire it and I think it's adorable and I love the trend. I love it, love it, love it. So there's the green little leaves, super easy. I don't know if I told you, I'm sure I did. I don't have the tape right. Well, we could use masking tape. So any kind of tape will do. So here's some masking tape. You just take a strip of it, rip it. My dog's trying to get in here. I locked the doggies out. And then apply it to the table. Then what you do is you put your letters on top of it so that they don't take off while you're painting them. You can do it with the leaves too. I'm just going to do it with the letters since I already got the leaves painted and so I don't really need to do it. Oops. Okay. I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. So I'm going to move my pumpkins over here as they're drying. Everything's drying. Keep it where you can see it. And then I'm going to do my brown letters. So I'm going to take another sponge brush. Oh my gosh. Makeup sponge. I can't stop saying sponge brush. And I'm going to add the lettering now. And this is going to be a rusty brown, which I just think is really cute. And I got on the pumpkin's butt. And that's okay. Pumpkin butts can be rusty too. And we're just going to dab, 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 dab. And try not to be too thick with the paint because we don't want it to get stuck in between the letters. We really just want to see it on the very top. A lot of times you put more than one coat on. This one's looking pretty good with one coat of paint. Yeah, that looks good. The lighting is really weird. So it's like, you can see the shadowing too. It's right above us. I've got to get some better lighting for, oh, the green. I'm like, why is there green on that? Because I use a sponge with green on it. You're going to have enough to not have to use more than one. I mean, what did I just say? You're going to have enough sponges so that you can use one sponge for each color that you get. You don't have to double up. I do because I'm constantly painting and I'm just using, trying to use as limited amount of supplies. They're everywhere. I mean, I have them dried up everywhere because I use them. There's white. This one's clean. We'll move that away. Okay, and then I'm just going to freshen up the green just a tiny bit. The green didn't take so well. So a second layer will make it bright and shiny. And I'm just using my fingernail to hold it down. But if you notice, like if you hit it, it's sticky. So it'll pull it right out of your hands and then You're painting the table, but this is my craft room, so I'm allowed to get paint everywhere. All right, so everything is painted. It has its base paint colors on them. And I don't know if you've watched the last video, but nothing actually gets glued onto the base. Nothing gets glued onto this. Everything is separate and goes, okay, I lied. So the letters get glued onto here. What I was talking about was the locker piece is separate, because what we want to do is we want to put this into the snow globe and then lock it in with the pumpkin. So the letters do get glued onto there. Ooh, this glue is dried up. Okay, so the first thing, oh, I forgot to do the stems. We want to do the stems too. So you can do them in green or brown. I typically do them in brown, but green might be cuter because it will be more springy looking, or not springy looking, more fresh looking. Let me see. I'll do this one in green and see how I feel about it. Oh gosh, I love the green. Okay, never mind. Skip the whole brown talk. We're doing green. Going green. Okay. The vine. So the little vine that swirls off of there, we're going to do that. And we're just going to add that green to the top there. Oh, so cute. Yeah, green is so much better than the brown. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Sponge it on there. And if you notice, I painted it and then I painted it again. So it really does take color well. You don't have to be, I mean, I'm literally making a mess everywhere and it doesn't even matter. Like, it's all over my fingers. I'm getting it all over the pumpkins. We don't do perfect. Yeah, this is not, nope, nuh-uh. We do fun, fancy free. We do creative. We can even get crazy if we want to. Like, we can splatter paint on this stuff if we want to. This is almost dry. It doesn't take very long to dry. But okay, so now we're gonna glue the pumpkins on here, and I think I just reversed them again. Okay, like I said, they will fit exactly how they're supposed to. So you want to make sure you put the right pumpkins or the right pieces in the right places. Let's see if I can get this glue to work. I only used a little bit of it for a different project, but I think I have clogged it. Oh, it's coming out. Okay, we got it. And the glue will continue to drop out of that. So you want to make sure you put it, you want to put it on something where it can drop onto. All right. Let's mute the computer so that we don't have any more notifications coming through. Okay. It doesn't take a whole lot of glue, and actually I put more than I needed to put on there. But there we go. The pumpkins are in place. And now we're going to put, you can save the leaves for just a second because those are still wet on mine. So now we can put the lettering in place. And just make sure you get the right ones for the right place. It's usually pretty size specific, so you want to make sure that if you have, like, there's you pick and then there's pumpkin patch, right? So there's a few different letter P's in there. Luckily, this pumpkin P is attached, and this pick one is attached too. So you can actually say it, you spell it out. I like to dry fit things and make sure everything is here. And I have said this before, I'll say it again. If you're missing anything, just let me know. I can get it out to you pretty quickly, especially if it's just one little piece. I honestly check everything pretty good. Now, do I miss stuff? Yes. Like, I sent out a package not too long ago and it didn't have the, what was it, Holly? Oh, the spoon, the little Scoopy and the little thing that goes with the Scoopy, the little sign. And she's like, I looked everywhere, and she thought it was her, but it was me. I didn't send it. I got excited. I packaged it all up and I sent it out to her without the pieces she needed to complete the project. So it happens and it's okay. And I know that it happens. So you tell me and I will send it to you. I will make it right. I will take care of it. It doesn't happen very often though. So I'm trying to get this worked out. I like cute short little tutorials, so I just want to give you a short little tutorial. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on here. It doesn't go through a lot of wear and tear, so it doesn't need a ton. The more glue you have, the more it's going to squish out everywhere, and we just want to avoid that at all costs. We don't want it squishing out everywhere. Boop. And I'm just placing them right on top of the score marks. Like there's no guessing. Like it goes where it goes, so it looks good and it's not in the way of anything else. So that way everything is... Who's here? Is that the mailman? Oh, the mailman must have something for us because they're turning around in the driveway. I think he must have just forgot something. Yep, he's putting something else on there. Okay, he's good. I don't have to go out there and check anything out. Okay, so, all right, so I've got the background put together. That's the only thing being glued to here. This is the only thing being glued to this. This is also just another single piece. This is all stuck together beautifully. So now we just have to put our little leaves on, which take just a dab of glue. And you can stick them anywhere that makes sense to you. They don't have to go in any specific spot. Just wherever looks super cute. Doot. There we go. Do. All right, so now I'm gonna scoot this stuff over so I don't get paint on everything. And then I'm gonna take this up so that's not in my way. I'm gonna lay this down so you can see how it comes apart and goes together. So the stand can be glued on there if you want it to be, but it doesn't have to. It can be removable. This little sign comes right out. This little thing comes right out. I call that the locker piece. It locks it down. Then he's leaving now. Okay. Then you pull it forward like this. There is a hole so you can pop it if it doesn't fall out, but the center falls out. Okay, so there you go. This is the entire sunflower kit. We're going to put that away till next summer. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our pumpkin patch in. And it fits specifically, so it has to go in a certain way. Set that in there. This is your locker piece because it has a little tabby here, so nothing should be below that tabby. So if these little pumpkins were below the tab, then it wouldn't work because it has to go below. And you'll notice that I glued it off just a tiny bit, but it's orange underneath, so it doesn't matter. And that slides into locket. And then the U-pick goes right below that. And that slides in too. So when it stands up, I'll put it, well, you can't really see it from that view, but you can say, oh, well, this one, look at how cute. Oh, is it backwards? Do I have to flip the camera? No, that's right. Isn't it right? Let me see. Is that, okay, now you can read it. All right, I flipped the camera. Anyway, so that's the quick change. That's it. That's the whole thing. So we've got last month's, this month's, and then I'm gonna work on Halloween too because I'm excited. So we've got the little haunted house one. I'm gonna pull that out in just a minute. But I just wanted to show you that. So boom, there you go. This is called the Snow Globe, and this is the inserts that go to it. So you can buy the Snow Globe by itself. It is its own thing, and then you can pick an insert to go with it. There's one for every holiday or theme or season. You can buy it in a subscription kit where you get 3 of these every month for 4 months, I think it is, and then that gets you the whole 12 set of them. There will be more than 12, so you can buy additional ones if you want, but they'll give you all the holidays and seasons to go for. So that way you're always getting some, and you'll have some to work on, and then you'll be ready for the following month after that. And you can find those at www.islandgirlcreativestudio.com. I'll try to link it. I'm forgetting how I'm getting all the videos put together, but I am trying to keep it together. But send me a message if you have any questions. All right, I'm going to end that right there, and then I'm going to show you the frame that goes next with it. Yay! Thank you.